Hello YouTube. Once again, thanks for watching. This is going to be a quick little video about fantasy football and the incoming rookies. This is going to be the Dynasty version of it. I may make a redraft and may not, but here we go. Number one, I got Luck, RG3, Tannehill, Whedon, and Russell Wilson to round up the top five. Luck and RG3 I think are going to be solid pros in the NFL for at least 8 years. Tannehill, his redraft prospects don't look that good because, let's be honest, the Dolphins don't really have anyone to throw the ball to. Whedon, I think that he's going to be like a game manager, like a Alex Smith or a Matt Castle. Russell Wilson, Matt Flynn, I believe, is like the system quarterback, kind of like a Kevin Cobb or a Matt Castle. And I'm just bashing Matt Castle today, I guess. Running backs, I got Trent Richardson, Doug Martin, David Wilson, Isaiah Peed, and Lamar Miller. Trent Richardson and Doug Martin are like 1 and 2. You could say you could have Martin number 1 if you want. Wilson, you got to consider Ahmad Bradshaw's injury history with his lower body and ankles and knees. Isaiah Peed, the Rams say that he's going to be the eventual successor to Steven Jackson in St. Louis. Excuse me. Then we got Lamar Miller out of Miami. The depth chart in front of him is pretty crowded right now. They got Daniel Thomas and Reggie Bush. So maybe not this year, but in a couple years he could find his way onto the field and making plays for your fantasy team. One guy to keep your eyes on is definitely Vic Ballard at Indianapolis. Every rookie quarterback does well if they got a running game to lean on. Cam Newton had D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart, so Colts may look to get him and get Ballard into the fray because Donald Brown and Davon Carter aren't any good. Wide receivers, I got Justin Blackmon, Brian Quick, Kendall Wright, Ruben Randall, and Stephen Hill. Excuse me. Blackmon, the only thing holding him down for wide receiver 1 status is definitely his quarterback, Blaine Gabbert. Last year, it was like Halloween for that guy every play. Like, if there was pressure, like from 10 feet away, he was like doing his little tap dance. Brian Quick. I was thinking about putting him number 1, but he's kind of raw, and that's the only thing holding him back. Kendall Wright, he goes to a run-first offense, and he has a pretty crowded depth chart in front of him right now. Ruben Randall, there's definitely a spot in the Giants for him. Mario Manningham left for San Fran, and Eli has a tendency of making his wide receiver look good. And then last but not least, to round up the top 5 is Stephen Hill out of Georgia Tech. Once again, the Jets are going to go back for a ground and pound style this year, which isn't good for Hill this year. But next year, he has a chance to put up some good numbers. 2 guys to keep your eyes on is Nick Toon out of New Orleans, and Jeff Fuller out of Miami. Drew Brees, just like Eli, has a tendency to make his wide receivers look good. And Jeff Fuller was Ryan Tannehill's wide receiver teammate at A&M, so be a guy to keep your eye on. Tight end, there's only really one, Kobe Fleener. Also maybe Michael Agnew out of Miami. And finally, defensive players, I got 3 for you. Luke Kuechly, weak side linebacker, Carolina. Levante David, weak side linebacker, Tampa Bay. And Mark Barron, strong safety, Tampa Bay. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace.